Destination Mark.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here. We've got some interesting stuff regarding Crash today. I told you I'd be talking about Crash really soon. So, got some notes right here. Got the article, actually, right here. So, this is pretty interesting. GameSpot went to the Brasil Game Show, aka BGS 2018, and caught up with a guy named Marcelo. It was me all along. Terracini, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, who was the general manager of Activision for Latin America, and they talked to him about Black Ops 4, stuff like that. It was like mainly set on Black Ops, I think. This is all in Portuguese, so you know, can't understand it. But the guy name dropped Crash and Spyro at one point. I think mainly talking about their performance, like Insane's performance from last year, being on Switch and other titles this year, and then with Spyro coming out with Reignited really soon. So they talked about that for just a little bit, and then the guy who was interviewing from GameSpot name dropped CTR. And I'm assuming the question was about, like, you know, are the rumors true? There's word going around that CTR is getting remastered next. And Marcelo Terracini neither confirmed nor denied that it's happening. So, sparking a little bit more buzz because this, combined with this, which is a poll from PlayStation that happened not too long ago, and one of the categories had this, and all a bunch of PS4 games, and then Crash Bandicoot Racing on there for some reason, while Insane is still on that list as well. Leads me to believe that I think CTR might be getting remastered next after Insane, and that's the next Crash project before whatever big game we're thinking of will happen, which is hopefully, you know, a brand new game after all this stuff. Pretty interesting. So, like I've said in part 2 of the comeback saga while talking about Crash's future, I don't need that anymore, I'm behind it. I'm behind a CTR remaster. It's going to be, I feel, a much smaller project because it's just one game, and they can reuse all the assets they need to for Insane, for this. And so, I don't know. I think that it's cool that CTR is getting remastered because, or it might be, because not only does it show that, you know, Crash doesn't just platform in his platforming games, he's got, you know, vehicles and such, but this is racing. It's a whole other genre from platforming. So not only that, but, you know, CTR is in that Crash PS1 nostalgia pack that people always talk about when reminiscing on Crash. Oh, I like the platforming games. Oh, I also like CTR. So, that said, it does in a way make sense for it to happen. But for all those, I already know there's a bunch of people out there that are like, Crash is dead, it's a remaster machine and that's it. VV's fucking long gone because all they're gonna work on is Crash remasters. Like, calm down. Chill out. That's not what's gonna happen. This was the next logical idea for what could happen for another remaster after Insane. That's been on the table for the longest time, so the fact that it might actually be happening with these two pieces of evidence, this recent piece of evidence, this piece of news, it shouldn't come as much of a shock. And not even that, but even if it doesn't happen, then we're still going to get this brand new ass Crash game, which, mind you, if CTR today, you know, with the remaster, could show that Crash still can hold his own without platforming and can leap into other genres, they can possibly make whatever reboot new-ass Crash game after all of this include subtle other different genres. Like if people have said, oh, what if Crash went open world and then had RPG elements, or slight little elements here and there, or what if, like, you know, I don't know, little mini games off to the side that's racing or that's something else. People wouldn't be so foreign to it because, oh, hey, look, we had CTR Remaster. I don't know. This could go a lot of ways. I'm still sticking to my guns from Comeback Saga about how Crash can go a bunch of different ways right now. If you want a little bit of a recap of that, it's either CTR Remaster. I personally would think it'd be cool if they brought back Crash Evolution, which is what Twin Sanity was supposed to be, and then a reboot. I mean, that's like the one main thing that everyone was hoping for back in E3 2016 was like some kind of reboot. So that can all still kind of happen. At least the reboot seems very most likely, just so it can, like, you know, it can make something fresh for Crash that we haven't had anything fresh in a long time. So, you know, Insane is a remaster. It's the old games just looking prettier on PS4. So, like, this can now join that if it happens. You know, CTR Remastered can join Insane. But then after that, yeah, something new, That's what I want. So we'll see what happens after that. If this does or doesn't happen, he is neither confirming nor denying. Sounds a lot like I think it was Paul, who was part of the Paul Yan, who was there with what's his name, Bosworth and all of them, and Jeff Keighley for E3 with Spyro. How he's neither confirming nor denying a Switch port of Reignited, but that might mean that it could happen. So with that said, whenever someone says from a company for gaming or whatnot that says I can't say either way, could happen. But we don't know. We'll have to see. What do you guys think of all this? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, I'm Marcelo. I can hear things in the background. I don't know if you can. I'll see you guys later. Take care.